Think carbs and sugar are lurking in everything healthy? Think again. The foods I'm about to show you will transform your health without spiking your blood sugar. Most people have no idea these options exist. But wait, what if I told you that switching to these foods could actually reverse inflammation, boost your energy, and help you lose that stubborn weight? In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 12 most powerful zero-carb, zero-sugar foods that health experts don't talk about enough. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to buy on your next grocery trip to revolutionize your health. Let's dive in. Let's get real about carbs and sugar for a second. The average American consumes about 17 teaspoons of added sugar daily. That's over 60 pounds per year. And we wonder why chronic disease rates are skyrocketing. When you eat processed carbs and refined sugars, they trigger an immediate inflammatory response throughout your body. Your liver gets hit especially hard, forcing it to produce more fat. This isn't just about gaining weight, it's about your entire system being thrown into chaos. Over time, this leads to a cascade of health problems. Weight gain that seems impossible to reverse. Type 2 diabetes that requires lifelong medication. Chronic inflammation that causes joint pain. Brain fog that makes focusing nearly impossible. Heart disease that threatens your life. And so many more issues that rob you of living fully. But here's what nobody tells you. Eliminating carbs and sugar doesn't mean eating bland, boring food. The options I'm about to show you are packed with flavor and nutrition. But before we jump into the list, I need to mention that this video is for educational purposes only. If you have medical conditions, always consult with your healthcare provider before making dietary changes. Food number 1, eggs. The perfect protein packet, 0.6 grams carbs per egg. If you're still buying egg whites or avoiding yolks, you're missing out on nature's most perfect food. Pasture-raised eggs contain virtually zero carbs, just 0.6 grams per egg, while delivering all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. Here's what makes eggs truly exceptional. They're packed with choline and lecithin, 2 powerful compounds that actually break down fat inside your liver. This means eggs don't just avoid adding carbs to your diet, they actively help your body burn stored fat. One study from the International Journal of Obesity found that people who ate eggs for breakfast lost 65% more weight than those who ate a carb-heavy breakfast with the same calories. That's not just impressive, it's game-changing. But here's the kicker. The quality matters enormously. Those cheap supermarket eggs from chickens raised in tiny cages, they contain up to 19 times less omega-3 fatty acids than pasture-raised eggs. That's why I recommend eating 2 to 4 pasture-raised eggs daily to get the full spectrum of nutrients. Think eggs are just for breakfast? Think again. Hard-boiled eggs make perfect snacks, egg salad can replace sandwich fillings, and a quick omelet can transform dinner when you're short on time. Speaking of transformative foods that can revolutionize your health without adding carbs, wait until you hear about our next powerhouse. It contains twice the vitamin C of oranges without any of the sugar. Food number 2, kale, the zero-carb superfood, 0-gram digestible carbs. When it comes to nutrient density without carbs, nothing beats kale. This leafy green superhero contains absolutely 0 digestible carbohydrates. Everything in it is beneficial fiber that feeds your gut microbiome without spiking blood sugar. But here's what will blow your mind. Kale contains twice the vitamin C of oranges, more calcium than milk, and more potassium than bananas, all without the sugar or carbs those foods contain. In fact, 1 cup of kale delivers 684% of your daily vitamin K requirements, which is crucial for heart and bone health. Now I know what you're thinking. Kale tastes like punishment, but that's because most people prepare it wrong. The secret is to massage it with a bit of olive oil and salt before eating it raw, or lightly steam it for just 3 to 4 minutes to preserve nutrients while improving flavor. Try adding kale to smoothies with some berries and avocado. You'll barely taste it, but get all the benefits. Or crisp it up as chips in the oven with a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for a zero-carb snack that satisfies cravings. Now, if plant foods aren't enough to keep you satisfied, you'll love our next zero-carb option that's been unfairly demonized for decades. Food number 3, red meats. Nature's multivitamin, 0 grams carbs. Forget everything you've heard about red meat being unhealthy. When sourced properly, grass-fed and grass-finished red meats contain 0 carbohydrates while delivering a nutritional profile that's nearly impossible to match with plant foods alone. Here's what the headlines don't tell you. Grass-fed beef contains up to 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids than grain-fed beef. It's also one of the richest sources of conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, which has been shown to reduce body fat while preserving muscle mass. But the real magic of red meat is its bioavailable nutrients. The iron in meat is heme iron, which your body absorbs at a rate of about 15 to 35%, compared to just 2 to 20% from plant sources. And let's talk about B12, a vitamin critical for energy and brain function that simply doesn't exist in plant foods. What about organ meats? Liver contains more nutrients gram for gram than any other food on the planet. Just one serving provides over 1,000% of your daily vitamin B12 needs, plus significant amounts of vitamin A, copper, and folate, all with zero carbs. The key here is quality. Choose grass-fed and grass-finished meats, which have a completely different nutritional profile than the factory-farmed options. Your local farmer's market or a good butcher shop is your best bet for finding these. From animal to dairy, our next food might surprise you with its incredibly low carb count and impressive range of vitamins you can't get anywhere else. Food number 4, cheese. The misunderstood fat carrier, 0.4 grams carbs per ounce. Cheese has been wrongly lumped in with unhealthy dairy products, but the truth is that high-quality cheese contains just 0.4 grams of carbs per ounce, while delivering fat-soluble vitamins that are nearly impossible to get elsewhere in your diet. Here's the real shock. Cheese is one of the few food sources of vitamin K2, which directs calcium where it belongs, into your bones and teeth, not your arteries. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who consumed the most K2 had a 52% lower risk of severe calcification in their arteries. But not all cheese is created equal. Opt for varieties from grass-fed cows or goats, which contain up to 5 times more CLA than conventional cheese. The best options include aged cheddar, brie, camembert, and goat cheese, which tend to have the lowest carb counts and highest nutrient density. Beyond the nutrients, cheese contains short-chain fatty acids that feed beneficial gut bacteria and proteins that build neurotransmitters for improved mood and focus. That's why a small piece of cheese can leave you feeling satisfied and sharp. It's literally feeding your brain. Try adding cheese to your eggs, melting it over steamed vegetables, or enjoying a few slices with olives as a zero-carb snack that actually supports your health goals. If you're finding this information helpful so far, you'll definitely want to stick around for our next food. It's the lowest carb nut you can eat and perfect for satisfying cravings. Food number 5, pecan nuts. The lowest carb nut option, 1 gram net carbs per ounce. When most nuts are too high in carbs for a strict low-carb diet, pecans emerge as the undisputed champion with just 1 gram of net carbs per ounce. That's about half the carbs in almonds and a third of what's in cashews. But the benefits go far beyond just being low in carbs. Pecans have the highest antioxidant content of any nut, according to research from the USDA. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil and avocado. What makes pecans truly exceptional is their mineral content. A single ounce provides 64% of your daily manganese needs, a mineral essential for metabolism and blood sugar control. They're also rich in thiamine, vitamin B1, which helps convert food into energy rather than storing it as fat. Here's my favorite hack. Toast pecans lightly and then crush them to use as a zero-carb breading for chicken or fish. Or mix chopped pecans with unsweetened dark chocolate, 70% or higher, and a touch of cinnamon for a dessert that won't spike your blood sugar. Now let's talk about a versatile vegetable that can replace virtually any high-carb food in your diet while boosting your health exponentially. Food number 6, cauliflower and cruciferous vegetables, zero digestible carbs. When it comes to replacing high-carb staples without sacrificing taste or texture, cauliflower is the undisputed king. With zero digestible carbohydrates, meaning all carbs are in the form of fiber, it's the perfect canvas for creative low-carb cooking. But cauliflower is just one member of the cruciferous vegetable family, which includes broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and kale. These vegetables contain compounds called glucosinolates that help your liver detoxify harmful substances, potentially reducing cancer risk by up to 32%, according to research from the Linus Pauling Institute. Here's what makes these vegetables truly remarkable for weight loss. They're incredibly rich in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that directly improve insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity means your body can burn fat more efficiently instead of storing it. The versatility of cauliflower alone is mind-blowing. You can rice it as a zero-carb alternative to rice, mash it instead of potatoes, or even use it as a pizza crust base. 1 cup of cauliflower rice contains just 3 grams of total carbs, compared to 45 grams in a cup of white rice. That's a 93% reduction. Don't limit yourself to just cauliflower. Rotate through different cruciferous vegetables throughout the week to get the full spectrum of nutrients they offer. Roast Brussels sprouts with bacon, saute cabbage with butter and spices, or steam broccoli and top with cheese for delicious zero-carb side dishes. From plant power to ocean bounty, our next food is so nutrient-dense it could literally transform your health in just weeks. Food number 7. Wild 0.1 grams carbs per 3 oz. When it comes to protein sources with virtually no carbs, wild salmon stands in a league of its own. With just a trace amount of carbohydrates, 0.1 grams per 3 oz serving, it delivers a powerhouse punch of nutrition that few foods can match. But here's what makes wild salmon truly exceptional. It contains up to 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids than farmed salmon. These powerful anti-inflammatory compounds have been shown to reduce chronic inflammation by up to 35% in just 12 weeks. According to research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, the type of omega-3s in wild salmon, EPA and DHA, go straight to your brain and cell membranes, improving everything from cognitive function to skin health. They've even been shown to reduce insulin resistance, helping your body become more efficient at burning fat. Wild salmon also contains astaxanthin, a potent antioxidant that gives it its pink color and provides remarkable protection against oxidative stress. This compound has been shown to improve exercise performance, reduce joint pain, and even provide natural UV protection for your skin. But I can't stress this enough. The source matters tremendously. Farmed salmon is often fed unnatural diets, contains significantly fewer nutrients, and may have residues of antibiotics and artificial coloring. Always choose wild-caught varieties like sockeye, coho, or king salmon. If fresh is too expensive, frozen wild salmon offers the same nutritional benefits at a fraction of the cost. Our next food has been unfairly demonized for decades, but new research shows it might be one of the healthiest foods you can eat, especially for your brain. Food number 8. Butter. 0.1 grams carbs per 100 grams. Forget everything you've been told about butter being bad for you. Pure grass-fed butter contains just 0.1 grams of carbs per 100 grams, while delivering a treasure trove of nutrients that have been stripped from most modern diets. Let's clear up the biggest misconception. The cholesterol in butter is actually essential for hormone production. Your body uses cholesterol to create testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and yes, even insulin. Without adequate cholesterol, these hormones fall out of balance, making weight loss nearly impossible. But the real superstar in butter is butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that feeds the cells lining your colon and reduces inflammation throughout your body. Research from the University of California found that butyrate can actually turn off genes related to inflammation and insulin resistance. Grass-fed butter also contains the perfect ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, helping to balance inflammation in your body. It's one of the richest sources of vitamin K2, which directs calcium into your bones rather than your arteries, and contains vitamin A in its most bioavailable form. The key is choosing the right butter. Look for grass-fed organic varieties like Kerrygold, which come from cows raised on pasture. Their butter contains up to 5 times more nutrients than conventional butter from grain-fed cows. From traditional fat to fermented superfood, our next item might be the missing link in your digestive health and weight loss journey. Food number 9. Sauerkraut. 0.1 grams net carbs per ounce. Most people have no idea that sauerkraut, simple fermented cabbage, is one of the most powerful health foods on the planet, with just 0.1 grams of net carbs per ounce. This traditional food has been preserving human health for thousands of years before refrigeration existed. Here's what makes sauerkraut truly remarkable. A single serving contains more probiotic organisms than an entire bottle of probiotic supplements. These beneficial bacteria colonize your gut and transform your digestive health, immune function, and even your mood. But the benefits go far beyond probiotics. During fermentation, the vitamin C content in cabbage increases dramatically, making sauerkraut one of the richest sources of this immune-boosting vitamin. A 2018 study in the Journal of Food Science found that fermentation increases the bioavailability of nutrients in cabbage by up to 80%. For those struggling with digestive issues like IBS, acid reflux, or leaky gut, sauerkraut provides a unique form of fiber that specifically feeds the beneficial bacteria in your colon. This can reduce inflammation throughout your body and improve symptoms that have persisted for years. The key is choosing raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut found in the refrigerated section of health food stores. The shelf-stable varieties have been heat-treated, which kills the beneficial bacteria. Or better yet, make your own at home with just cabbage, salt, and thyme. It's one of the easiest fermented foods to prepare. Now, let's talk about one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet that also happens to contain almost no digestible carbs. Food number 10. Avocados and olive oil. 0 to 4 grams carbs and 0 grams carbs. When you're eliminating carbs and sugar, you need to replace those calories with something. And there's nothing better than the healthy fats found in avocados and extra virgin olive oil. Avocados contain just 2 to 4 grams of net carbs per fruit, with most of that being fiber that feeds your beneficial gut bacteria. But what makes avocados truly special is their unique fat profile. They're rich in monounsaturated fats that have been shown to reduce inflammation and improve heart health. The real secret weapon in avocados is a compound called avocadin B, which specifically targets abdominal fat cells. Research from the University of Guelph found that this compound can inhibit cellular processes that normally lead to diabetes. That's right, avocados don't just avoid causing weight gain, they actively help you lose the most dangerous type of fat. Meanwhile, extra virgin olive oil contains absolutely zero carbohydrates, while delivering powerful anti-inflammatory compounds like oleocanthal, which has similar effects to ibuprofen without the side effects. A landmark study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people consuming olive oil regularly had a 30% lower risk of heart attacks, strokes, and death from heart disease. The key with both foods is quality. Choose avocados that yield slightly to gentle pressure, and olive oil that's truly extra virgin and comes in a dark glass bottle to protect it from light damage. We're almost done with our list, but this next food might be the missing link in your energy levels when cutting carbs. Food number 11, nutritional yeast. 1 gram carbs per tablespoon. When transitioning to a low-carb diet, many people experience fatigue and brain fog. The secret weapon against these symptoms? Nutritional yeast, with just 1 gram of carbs per tablespoon. This deactivated yeast looks like yellow flakes and tastes surprisingly cheesy, making it perfect for adding flavor to foods without adding carbs. But the real magic is its nutrient profile. Just 1 tablespoon provides a complete spectrum of B vitamins essential for energy production. Here's why B vitamins are crucial when cutting carbs. Your body uses B vitamins to convert stored fat into usable energy. Without adequate B vitamins, this process becomes inefficient, leaving you tired and craving carbs. Nutritional yeast provides all 8 B vitamins in their natural cofactors, making them more bioavailable than synthetic supplements. But nutritional yeast offers another benefit that's rarely discussed. It's one of the few non-animal sources of complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids. This makes it invaluable for those reducing animal product consumption while staying low carb. The key is choosing unfortified nutritional yeast whenever possible, as the fortified varieties often contain synthetic vitamins that aren't as well absorbed. Sprinkle it on vegetables, mix it into cauliflower mashed potatoes, or use it to create a zero-carb cheese sauce that will make you forget all about the real thing. Our final category might seem insignificant, but these flavor powerhouses pack more health benefits per gram than almost any other food on earth. Food number 12, herbs and spices. 0 carbs per teaspoon. The secret to sticking with a low-carb lifestyle long-term? Making your food delicious. And nothing adds flavor without carbs better than fresh herbs and spices. Most fresh herbs, like basil, mint, parsley, cilantro, and rosemary, contain virtually 0 carbohydrates while delivering concentrated doses of antioxidants and phytonutrients. In fact, research from the Journal of Nutrition found that herbs can contain up to 10 times more antioxidants by weight than fruits and vegetables. Spices like turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger contain 1 to 3 grams of carbs per teaspoon, but you only need small amounts to get their benefits. Turmeric, for example, contains curcumin, which has been shown to reduce inflammation as effectively as some anti-inflammatory drugs, without the side effects. Cinnamon deserves special mention for those cutting carbs. Just half a teaspoon daily has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity by up to 20%, helping your body become more efficient at burning fat instead of storing it. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels, reducing cravings and energy crashes. The key is using fresh herbs and recently ground spices whenever possible, as their beneficial compounds degrade over time. Growing a small herb garden by your kitchen window ensures you always have fresh, zero-carb flavor enhancers on hand. Now that you know the 12 healthiest foods with virtually no carbs or sugar, let me show you how to combine them for maximum benefit. Start your day with 2 to 3 pasture-raised eggs cooked in grass-fed butter with spinach and a sprinkle of nutritional yeast. For lunch, enjoy a big salad with mixed greens, avocado, wild salmon, and olive oil dressing with herbs. When hunger strikes between meals, reach for a small handful of pecans or a few slices of cheese. For dinner, grass-fed steak with cauliflower mash and sauerkraut makes a perfect zero-carb meal. Season everything generously with herbs and spices to maximize both flavor and nutrition. Remember these key principles for success. Quality matters enormously. Choose pasture-raised, grass-fed, wild-caught options whenever possible. Rotate foods regularly to ensure a wide spectrum of nutrients. Don't fear healthy fats. They're essential for hormone production and nutrient absorption. Add intermittent fasting to amplify results. Try eating all your meals within an 8-hour window. Stay hydrated with mineral-rich water, aiming for at least 2 to 3 liters daily. By focusing on these zero-carb, zero-sugar foods, you're not just avoiding harmful ingredients, you're actively nourishing your body with the most nutrient-dense options on the planet. Your cells will respond with renewed energy, your brain will function with greater clarity, and those stubborn pounds will finally begin to melt away. Want to learn more about optimizing your health? Check out my video on hidden sources of inflammation that might be sabotaging your results. Thanks for watching.